Hey there, welcome. This is Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda Prezioso. I'm a nurse practitioner at Family Medical Center here in Rocky Mount. And this show is for you, by you, and about you. We want to talk about things that will impact you, things that will make a difference in your life, things that will make you a more healthy person. This is a community-sponsored program by WHIG-TV, and so we're very grateful that they keep putting us on week after week. Ain't they great?
Yeah.
And so tonight I have my friend, my buddy, my partner in crime, Michelle Brown. She and I do essential oils together. She is really big into herbal teas, and so we're going to talk about that quite a bit tonight, I think, because it's cold outside and we need the warmth, and herbal teas are so helpful to you and can keep you healthy. And so we're going to be talking about that. And we're live tonight, so if you've got a question, and it doesn't have to be about what we're talking about. If you have a question regarding your health or something, just give me a call, 252-407-1111. So, without further ado, hello, Michelle. Welcome.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. That's right.
It is
New Year.
Today, have you made any resolutions?
No. Well, I did. My resolution is not to watch the news because it makes me mad and I don't believe it.
I'm going to have to get some rubber bricks or those styrofoam ones, those things I can throw other than my hairbrush or my mug. You just feel like if you're drinking.
I know, you just want to throw something.
Oh, herbal teas. If we all could be on chamomile tea, there'd be no rioting.
That's right. We'd all be happy and zenned out.
Chamomile tea, unfortunately, we're caffeine driven. We need to be. You know who Rosemary Gladstar is? Have you heard that name? She's a big herbalist and in the herbal world, and she was interviewed one time, and she said it would be so good if we were more of a chamomile-driven society rather than a caffeine-driven society.
And
there would be no road rage.
I'm right there with the caffeine, though. Matter of fact, I don't even know if this has.
We're drinking.
We're sharing a thing of Diet Pepsi, and anybody who knows me, number one, I hate diet drinks. If you're going to drink a drink it with the sugar because I don't like all the chemicals in it.
That's true.
But there's no water here, and I didn't bring any.
I know. I was shocked you didn't have your water.
I know. Usually we do. But anyway, so I found a diet doctor. There was a sweet tea in there. I can't do that. And we found a Diet Pepsi, but I don't know how much caffeine is in it, and I'm pretty wired already anyway. So I've been
It's been a very wired, stressful kind of day.
Yeah, and I didn't even know anything about all that.
Well, back to making New Year's resolutions, I thought that maybe we could just say we're going to get healthy. Because if you start out saying, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to run a marathon, I'm going to only eat vegetables, I'm going, vegan, whatever, which is wonderful if you can. But let's get healthy.
Yeah.
Let's concentrate on maybe one thing we could change. If you drink these all day long, every day, 7 days a week,
substitute one a day for some water.
You
got to do it slow,
or substitute it for a great herbal tea. Start adding some of them, and I thought that's a great and easy way to get healthy. It boosts your immune system for one thing. It helps with, right now in this flu season and all the COVID season and all this going on. There are a lot of the herbal teas that have more we'll talk about one I was going to talk about, has more vitamin C than your daily recommended dose. So you know about that, getting more vitamin C, and the herbal teas are great for that. All kinds of nutrients and vitamins.
And there's no caffeine in any herbal tea.
No herbal tea. No, the true teas are your black tea, your white tea, your green tea, and oolong tea, which most of them originate like in India. And I do like oolong tea. It's strong. It's kind of like Earl Grey. It's got some kind of an aftertaste.
I don't know if I've ever.
Oolong.
I've heard of it because you've mentioned it, but I don't know that I know anything about it.
But it's a strong tea. But those are your true teas because they are actually taken from the leaf of the plant, the tea plant. It's more like a shrub or a bush. And you know the Asian world, it's been what, centuries that they've
Oh,
used
yeah,
it
they've used-
for a myriad. They're used for medicinal purposes. And one, too, we need to mention one of the true teas is green tea. It has so many antioxidants and just things.
I like green tea.
Yeah,
I've even had green tea ice cream.
I know you did. Well, I think we were together.
I don't know. I've had it several times. The first time I ever had it was in
Somebody else
California. But
with.
we were, no, I think it was with you, and we were, I don't know, at some Asian restaurant, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's very mild. It's actually the young leaf, because all teas start out green. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's the new bud and it's very potent. So you think
And
about
so
the
then
bud
how
of a
does it,
plant.
they let it dry and it turns,
They pick it and then and I don't know the process. It's different for green tea because they actually, if you heard of matcha, which is the powder form, it's actually what they do in Japan. It's part of the tea ritual. You know, you see
really?
with they bring the tea out, the matcha tea, and there's a certain way that, excuse me, there's bubbles.
I know.
They stir it and it's foamy. I said bubbles, but the way they stir it, and it's very, I think the green tea like that is a little more potent and more powerful, and it does have caffeine in it, green tea. So, but it has a lot of antioxidants, compounds in it that are so good for you, and it boosts your metabolism. So that's one thing I want to do. As women age, they need to help keep that
Metabolism
fire
going.
burning, right?
That's
It's like
right.
a fire. You have to keep it
That's right. Gotta
burning
keep
and
it
stoked. So that's one way you can do that, ladies. You know, you've seen there are a lot of diet supplements, some of them not so good, that have green tea in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot. So I'm not sure about, I haven't really taken those or looked much into them, but just drinking the green tea, getting a good quality green tea.
That's the thing. You've got it. You know, if you want good stuff, you got to pay for it.
Yeah,
you don't have to pay top dollar for some things, but
Yeah.
you know, anything like supplements, for instance. I'm very big on supplements, but I'm very big on pharmaceutical grade supplements. I don't send my folks anywhere. I don't trust the supplements at Walmart, Walgreens, you know, and they might be fine. I don't know. I've never had any negative.
Yeah, I've taken them just because they're convenient.
Right.
You know, you think, oh, I need to.
Right.
And there are some within those brands that are better. So you do need to kind of research it out.
Yeah.
But I would say major chains.
Well, they don't make their living off
No.
of supplements. That's
Right.
just there for
Right.
convenience for us. But you know, I tell everybody either go to remedy this naturally, because he makes his living off of that. If he sells poor quality things,
Right.
you're not going to go back, and he's not going to have you know,
I
the
would
money to
support
pay
him
his mortgage.
over, somebody like Amazon.
Yes, that's right.
But,
And then,
you
of
know.
course, I support Patrick at Ward Specialty
Right.
Pharmacy, because he has pharmaceutical grade supplements.
Yes.
And there's a new store in town,
Uh-oh.
the Essential Health Medi-Spa.
I was going to.
Has a few supplements,
That's
not
right.
many.
That's your new endeavor for
That's
the new year.
right. That's my, I've got, you know, people say, how do you do all that you do? Well, I have so much energy. I am like jumping out of my skin right now, and I haven't had any caffeine other than these 2 swallows since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. I just have a lot of energy, and I have a lot of ideas, and I don't
jumping on.
mind. I don't mind implementing them. So, anyway, back to herbal teas. So, what's your favorite?
Well, I like a lot of the herbal teas. Now, they are, I love chamomile tea, and that's kind of an acquired taste.
I like chamomile tea.
I like peppermint tea. I really have gotten into that this season.
Do you have that at the store?
No, we don't have that many because of our limit of space and just being able to.
Because we do sell herbal teas at the Medi Spa too, just so you know.
We have a good vitamin C. It's called Urban C. It's a blend. It actually has orange peel and lemon peel in it.
It's good. I tasted
we
it.
had that in the class. And some other herbs in that are high vitamin mineral contents. I can't remember all of them. I didn't bring a list of those. We have the elderberry tea,
Yes.
which is very important. A lot of people like the syrup or to get it in like a gummy form, but it's so easy just to make your own tea with the elderberries.
And I worry about, and I don't know anybody who makes syrups, but I just wonder what are the other ingredients in it besides elderberry?
Most of it is people say they use honey, but they use too much. It's way too sweet that I've experienced.
Yeah.
But to get children to take it,
that's right.
That's one reason why they do that. So, you have to read those labels. I've only bought from locally made, sourced, and I believe that person used local honey too.
Yeah.
So,
It's
and they
important
have
to
that
use-
at Ray's too. There's a lady, I can't remember the name of it, but she's making it and they're providing
Is it Jody?
Yes.
She's done that. She lives in like Nightingale or someplace, I think. I don't know.
Is it Jody? It might be.
I don't
That
know.
was before. That was,
No.
I think it's somebody different.
Okay.
But I like red clover tea. There are a lot of herbal teas that are good for women's health too. So you have to look into them. Lemon balm is a really good tea too. That's good for women's health. We're talking about the new year. If you want to detox, drink some dandelion tea.
I've heard that, and
Yes.
you can pick your dandelions out of your
Yeah,
yard,
and make
ladies
your own
and gentlemen, and make your own. Do you
Yeah.
just steep it?
Yeah, you just steep it. And the thing with that is, if you're going to use like fresh dandelion leaves or flowers, you're going to have to let it steep either 3 hours or overnight.
Oh, wow.
Because see, once the herbs are dried,
They steep quickly.
Yes, they steep quickly and they're ready. But the fresh
Okay.
ones, you've got to do longer. I've actually made rosemary and basil tea with my herbs that I picked, and I just let them sit in the hot water all day. And you don't boil the water if you're using the fresh. You let it come to a boil and then pour it over the plants.
And then leave it. You
Then
don't
leave it.
Don't add more hot water or anything.
No. So, all of the culinary spices are great to make teas out of. Basil, thyme, oregano, strong. Rosemary I add a little lemon to it, and it was strong.
How about fennel? Have you had a fennel tea?
I have not, and that's good for your stomach. So, like ginger. Ginger tea
I
is
love
cool.
I love fennel. I've never had a fennel tea, but I love
Yeah,
fennel.
you
I wonder
could.
if you could. I wonder if you use the fronds.
I've
the
seen it mixed
frogs,
in
what
with
do you call
other
it?
herbal teas. Fennel's in there. It's a very strong flavor, so it would kind of be distinct.
You wouldn't have too much of it, probably.
But if you get a blend now, if you get some blends for stomach issues, ginger's wonderful. That's another tea
And
that
peppermint.
I like. And peppermint. That would be. Now, red rubios tea, we do have that in our selection because that is a very powerful, as far as antioxidant tea also. And it is, what did I read? Is it high? It's high in vitamin C too. Yes. So that's a good one to try. Let me think of some other. There's fennel tea right there, Linda.
Oh yeah. How do you make it? You need to make some of
The
that.
fennel
for me.
seeds.
Fennel seeds.
Yep. Juniper berry. Those are some good ones.
See, to me, that sounds. I don't know. It just seems like that's kind of bitter.
What, juniper? I
Juniper
like
berry.
juniper. So I guess it's just I've actually had the berries before.
It makes me think of
It is
eating a Christmas tree.
a pine. Pine is very nutritional. You could make it.
Juniper berries. Do you make vodka or gin out of
Gin is the
out of
botanical.
gin?
Yes, that's
Okay,
right. That's
well,
right.
I don't
Turmeric
drink, so
tea.
that's not going to work. What?
Good turmeric tea is good for
Oh,
arthritis.
yeah.
Yeah, it says.
Yes, you've made that. Or what do you call it? The
Well, it's golden milk.
golden milk.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't know about just putting it in water and drinking it. I don't know.
Some
Need
people do
something.
because I push turmeric at work because it's a great anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, it is.
And so
I know. We need to
and
do
so
more
they
of
tell
it.
yeah, I just put some turmeric in a glass of water.
And drink it.
Okay, I'll take a pill, but a capsule, but
Yeah.
that's just me. So
You might have heard of the St. John's wort. Wort is good for depression and anxiety. That's a popular tea, too. I've seen it. A yarrow tea is good for irritable bowel syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of the herbs, anise, ginkgo, all are good for, different types of ailments that people actually suffer with. And it's interesting the more you get into it. Now, chamomile has been known for its calming, like lavender. I have actually had a lavender and chamomile tea. It's very delicious. There's several on the market. Can we mention some names of the Tazo and
you can get those.
Yeah.
I know you can get them at Harris Teeter.
Yeah.
I don't. Does Food
is a
Line
good
have
one.
them? I
Yes.
don't know. Okay.
Another really good one's a little pricey is traditional medicinals. They've been around for a long time. Of course, the ideal thing would be to go, and I don't know if Remedy This has it, that they have the bulk, and you can go and just pick
I
out
don't know
what
if they
you
do or
want.
not.
And
That's probably
that-
the best way to get it
That's the
versus
way.
in a tea bag.
That's what we were going for.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
So hopefully we'll be able to expand and have more of a selection. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I've already got plans for expansion. We ain't even been in a good, and we still got some stuff to put in. I'm already moving on. But anyway, it's time for our first break. That's me. I'm always grandiose plans, and then Michelle has to rein me in. So that's why we do well together, because I tend to go off the deep end. I go off one way, she goes off another.
Yeah, right.
So, but we don't go off the deep end at the same time or at the same way. So that's why we're
Right.
good for each other, because we can balance each other out. And we fight like sisters. Yeah. She told me one time, we spend too much time together.
we need a break.
Yeah.
Like you say to your kids or your husband.
I need a break.
I need a break.
Anyway, it's time for our first break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about teas, and we're going to talk about essential oils, and we're just going to talk about good health for us to start this new year. So
Yeah.
don't go away. We'll be right back. Hang on.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
Hi, I'm Richard Koss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports, to compression hose, to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
Hey, welcome back. Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda. I'm here with Michelle Brown, and we're talking about good health, things to do for your body that are healthy. We need to drink more chamomile tea and less caffeine. We need to be more calm and not so riled up. Maybe that's my problem. I need some chamomile tea. I'll have to make some. I've got some at home. I'll have to make me a cup before I go to bed. But then I'm up all night peeing. Oh, pardon me. I shouldn't have said it like that. Sorry.
TMI.
I know, right? So anyway, let's talk about this elderberry. That's
Yes.
really popular. It's a berry that you can grow. I'm going to get some elderberry and put with my grapevines.
Yeah. Don't eat the leaf or the other parts of the plant. It's toxic.
Or really just the berry itself?
Just the berry. The seed is toxic too. It can cause like severe abdominal cramping and nausea and yes, diarrhea. So don't.
Okay.
But just the people think, oh, I can make an herbal tea out of the leaves. No, you do. You need the berry.
Well, that's why whatever you want to do, you have to really look into it.
Yes, you do.
But and elderberries, they grow here because I did some research, and I guess you just pick them like you do a blueberry or. So.
I've seen a plant, a berry, a bush in the wild, and I wondered if that's what it is. But it's actually a tree, I think. Is it not?
I don't know.
Elderberry tree.
I don't know.
So it grows bigger than like a little shrub, or okay. And I'll talk about the tea.
You go ahead and talk about the tea.
So if you get some dried elderberries, and there are a lot of sources out there now. So just do a little Google research and find out where the company organic's best. If you can get the organic, you don't want anything that's been sprayed with pesticides and all that stuff. So look for a good elderberry tea. What the benefits, though, let's talk about the benefits back up. That it's known, of course, for respiratory health. It helps, keep the airways and everything in your respiratory tract and your bronchial tract and all that. It helps keep those open and working, and just like a good I want to say essential oil like eucalyptus or peppermint, keeping all that working and everything moving and keeping the mucus right. And there has to be a balance in there. You don't want too much mucus, but you do want some, because that's where all the germs get trapped and get caught before they get into your system. So you do want some mucus. Is that right, Linda? I'm getting off on that. The mucus membranes are important as far as keeping the bugs out of your system, and they trap it. So it's good to have,
If you have a little snotty nose, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. You don't want to be too dried out. So elderberry has that balance as far as an herb. It just, knows how to work with your system and keep it relieved and keep inflammation, and it's great for it's known for relieving pain also, and I didn't know this.
Oh,
elderberry.
You have to cook those berries. You can't eat them raw.
No, that's right. You cannot eat them raw. If you make jelly or jams, or people make wine, whatever syrup, you have to cook them. Yes. So the benefits of elderberry are it's known for relieving pain, inflammation, and it is the rich source of vitamin C, and it actually provides 87% of the recommended daily intake. And that's another reason it's so good for your immune system and immune health. It's got all that vitamin C in there. It's known for providing relief from the common cold and flu also. So now the elderberry, you're going to boil water in a saucepan and put, if you want to make like enough for you to have several cups throughout maybe a week, you don't have to drink it all at once. Don't do that, because you might have a reaction too with your stomach. So this recipe recommends 16 ounces of filtered water, 2 tablespoons of dried elderberries, 1 teaspoon of raw honey. And that's not a lot in 16 ounces, but you could add a little more if you want it sweeter, but really that's all you need. 1/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon powder and 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder. And what they're doing with this recipe is making it more like the syrup that people are used to taking. They're adding the flavoring in there, the cinnamon, but you don't have to add any of that. But hey, turmeric is wonderful in fighting inflammation. So it's going to it's going to work with the elderberry in that regard and keeping inflammation down. And so you bring all that to a boil and then let it simmer for 15 minutes. So you're getting all that stuff out of the elderberries, all the good, extracting all that good stuff, and then remove it from the heat and let it cool. Strain it and then add to a mug to drink, or put it in a glass jar and store it in the refrigerator. It's good chilled too. It's good. I think the elderberry is pretty tart. I don't know that it's bitter, but by itself it's tart, so the cinnamon and the honey is going to add a little more flavor to it.
How much turmeric was in it?
Half a teaspoon.
Okay, so not much. So that's really not going to affect the
16
flavor.
ounces.
Yeah, that's not going to affect the flavor. Because I like turmeric, but I don't know that I want it mixed with honey.
No, it does have kind of a distinct flavor. It's it's like paprika or something. Now, it depends. Smoked paprika, they say, has more flavor, but paprika is kind of just, I don't know.
Plain paprika doesn't have much taste
flavor.
to me, but smoked does.
Yes, yeah. So turmeric can be like that too. I've had different kinds. I mean, the brands. I find some it
Can you
tastes,
buy the like ginger root and turmeric root? Do you buy that?
Yes, I have bought the turmeric root. I have actually bought that at Harris Teeter, and be careful because it'll stain your fingers, and whatever your chopping board, you want to put on something that you don't want to stay stained for a while.
Or just know it's going to stain it, and so your chopping board's going to have yellow on it.
And that you have to boil too for a long period of time. But people buy that and chop it up and put it in food, like Indian food and curries. And,
God knew what he was doing when he made all the plants.
Oh yeah, it's just.
And us folks, we don't know what to do with it. And then the food industry has come along and totally wrecked everything, in my opinion, because the food industry, anything processed has such little nutritional value.
Strip it all out.
But it's really not worth it because it's full of sugar, salt, and fat. So it's just going to make you fatter.
Right.
And none of us need to be any fatter.
Preaching to the choir.
But anyway, so we really like herbal teas, and I've always drank herbal tea in the winter. I like hot tea in the winter. I'm not a big cold tea drinker. I don't know why. I like coffee and I like water, and that's
Southerners love their tea, but unfortunately they like sweet tea.
Yeah, and that's just terrible for you, is that sweet tea.
Because I grew up drinking sweet tea. And my mom, bless her heart, she would say, I'm going to put lemon in, it'll cut the sugar. Well, no, it doesn't.
No. She liked to think that. Or maybe she'd heard that and believed it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she probably did.
Yeah.
So, no, it won't cut it. But, I mean, to me, I would drink a tea over a soda any day. Because,
absolutely. And any tea you make hot, you can chill or pour over ice and have iced tea.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of these herbal teas are really good that way. They've got, like, for instance, if you took a tea, say like the turmeric, or one that's a little maybe bitter, some of these, and you mix it with I do that a lot, I mix it with the citrus teas. I do a tea bag of each. And because some of the teas I get for women's health, the clover, red clover, and fenugreek. Have you ever had fenugreek tea? Ooh, it's strong.
I've heard of it, but I've never had it.
It's an Indian spice. They use it. They use it, fenugreek herb, in Indian food a lot. I mix them. I actually do boil a citrus, like a lemon or an orange tea, or a even a ginger tea, something that's more flavorful, and with that bitter tea, and then I don't have to put a lot of honey in it, and I can there's one that's really good, the zingers. People really like those.
Yeah, I drink a lot of the zingers.
What is it? Is it a red zinger?
Yeah, that's what I made that tea when you were over the other day.
Yeah.
It was red zinger.
Is it, excuse me,
It's berry flavored.
it's like raspberry and blackberry, and then it has, what makes it the zinger, the part?
I don't know.
I'm
They all
curious.
taste the same to
When I
me.
start talking, I get,
I know. And I've been coughing. I know I do not have the COVID, but
I do not. Just,
but I do have a lot of postnasal drip, which
Yeah.
causes me to cough.
yeah, the weather's being cold and it's causing a lot of that.
And speaking of COVID, I got my first shot today. We finally got it. We don't have it in our office. We got it through the health department. And they were over at Boyce Willis giving them, and so we had to walk over there to get them.
Well,
But I just,
no adverse effects so far? Feel okay?
it's not even sore where she, no, I got a
Didn't pass
band.
out like that nurse they showed on
No.
TV.
No, it felt.
That was scary though.
I mean, it
Everybody
feels
was
like any
"What?"
other shot, you
Yeah.
know. It felt like a flu shot, you know.
Yeah.
You can feel it go in. There's a little bit of pressure when it enters because
Yeah.
you're putting extra fluid in you. But
Yeah, and the allergen thing is what it is in. Like, I know with the flu shot, people are allergic to egg.
yeah, because
can be-
it's in chick embryos, I
Right,
think.
so whatever COVID is
Right,
in.
I'm not sure what that's. I got the Moderna, and then there, so I don't know the difference between those and the Pfizer ones, and I think GlaxoSmithKline
Yeah.
has got one now.
Yeah. They're
But,
all,
they're all, I guess they're all pretty similar.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of people that ask me about it, and I just say, well, I'm big on immunizations. I believe in immunizations. And because I'm working a high buggy,
Yes.
a high viral
Right.
environment, so
Yep.
I just felt like it, by my age and my medical diagnoses and where I work, it was just prudent for me to have it. So they are doing. I've heard this Thursday. They're setting a tent up at Nash Central High School. I think that's the one on Old Carriage Road. Is that Nash Central High?
No, that's Northern Nash.
No.
Oh, the one straight out. Yes, it is on Old Carriage, all
Yeah.
the way out.
Anyway, they're
Yeah.
anybody 75 or older can go and get their shot, and it's first come, first served. So if any of you want to get out there and get it, I'm not sure what the hours are, but you could call the health department.
Right, I
They
was
can
going to
tell
say,
you.
where can you call, get information?
The
Yeah.
health department.
Good.
So I said, well, I've not heard of that, and she was telling me all the places they had advertised it, and I mean, I get the Rocky Mount paper. I didn't see it, but I haven't seen the paper for a couple of days either. So I've been busy and I haven't been home. And when I get home at 8 o'clock, I put my jammies on. A lot of times I get right in my bed and read my books. So because I'm boycotting TV because there's nothing on.
Yeah. Worth watching, right?
Yeah, not much.
Well, yeah.
So-
So let's concentrate on getting healthy for
Yes,
the new year.
that's right.
Let's
We're
do
gonna
everything
get healthy. So
for our mental health and our
Yes.
physical health,
Yes.
spiritual health. I wish I had another little handout. My wonderful chiropractor I was handing out. I think I actually got this before New Year. It was way back. It was around Christmas on how to live a healthier lifestyle. And it was really good. It was stuff like sleep, get your sleep, have activity and move,
yes,
drink water,
yes,
be involved in something.
yes.
It didn't say get spiritual, but it was like
Connect with God
connect
in some
with
way.
yes.
Whoever your God is and whatever is comforting to you.
Yeah.
And de-stress.
Yes.
And
Those were all really good.
And exercise is probably
Yes.
one of the best.
Just, you can't run a marathon, move.
Yeah,
You can't,
just,
you know,
I
we
mean,
all-
like I walked over to Boyce Willis today. It's not that far.
Mm-hmm.
People drove. I said, Keisha, she said, I was going to stop and pick you up. I said, I would not have gotten in that car.
Or because it was cold, it was a little chilly.
She
they
said,
didn't
I'm
wanna-
lazy. That's what she told me.
Oh, man.
I ain't that lazy.
I know. I know since I had, this is not an excuse, but had surgery last year. It's been a year, January 9th, on my knee for ACL repair and meniscus repair. I have not been able to move like I really want to or need to. So I'm conscious, like I'm trying to do exercises, I'm trying to, you know, things that because I just don't have that mobility in my legs, and I can't imagine not having any. I mean, that just is scary to me with this little injury I had.
Yeah.
And then with this knee, I've got arthritis in it too, and arthritis will keep you from moving.
Oh,
You
yeah, it
feel
hurts.
like it hurts.
It hurts.
And so, but don't.
But you
stop
know what?
moving.
The best exercise well, first of all, the first defense against arthritis is movement. The more you move, the more supple you become.
My husband tells me that all the time.
but,
Like, move, stop moving.
A great exercise is water aerobics.
Yeah.
There's no pressure on your joints, so it doesn't hurt. And I think the Y is
The Y has, I don't know now what
I
their
think they
schedule-
are open.
They have a great program.
But another place that you can go, and you don't have to, you can just use the pool therapy, and that's at Emmanuel Physical Therapy.
Yep.
It's it's on Winstead up towards Sunset, and
Yeah.
it's the old Superior Cleaners building for all of you old Rocky Mounters that have been around for a
It's
while.
the bank. It's the bank, old BB&T.
Oh, that's right, it's
They
the old
moved.
bank. They
It
moved.
was the cleaners.
Right. Anyway, she has a pool there, and it's got exercise equipment in the water. I don't know, do
I've
they
never
do, I don't know if they have an aerobics class
No.
per se.
They have a
but-
trainer there
but-
who will help you with the fitness program.
Right, and so,
Yeah.
but it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's about $60 a month, I
Yeah.
think, and that's a deterrent for a lot of people. So
Especially elderly that are.
on a fixed income. So, and the Y, I believe they are open, and you know, Medicare, some Medicare plans pay for silver sneakers.
Right.
And that probably, I can't say this for sure, but it probably includes the water aerobics at the Y. So you were doing that for a while.
Yeah, I was, and I need to get back. That was when I was working and, you know, had a little more spendable income.
Yeah, a little bit extra cash.
Yeah, so-
We're all working hard on paying off all of our bills, but anyway, I'm over time. So we will be right back with more of, we're going to talk about essential oils for the last segment. If you've got a question, like I said, give me a call, 407-1111, and we'll be right back with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Don't go away.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern.
Hi, I'm Richard Goss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports, compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
All righty, welcome back. I'm Linda Prezioso here with Michelle Brown, and we are talking about good health, how to start getting healthy in the new year. So one way has been with, herbal teas. And I'm a coffeeholic, and I know that I need to drink a little less coffee and a little bit more chamomile tea. But I gotta get enough oomph to get through the day too. So I need to, but I try to limit my caffeine, and I don't drink anything after 2 o'clock. That's for sure, because otherwise I will stay up. So we're going to kind of segue into some essential oils. You know, both of us are big on essential oils. We believe in them totally. The more that I work with them, the more I realize how beneficial they are. The more I read about them, the more I study, the more I post about them. And so I did a post, I don't know if you saw it, Michelle, that I wrote about half of the ingredients in some hand cream that was produced. It was sold at
all the
not Bed Bath and Beyond, what is Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
And I couldn't pronounce half of them. I only got halfway through the list, and I went, I just can't even type this stuff anymore. And then I'm making a whipped body butter that is just awesome, you all. I just love it. And what are the ingredients of that? Cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, and essential oils. That's it. All natural, all.
And it's easy, pretty easy to do.
It's easy to do. We can make it for you. We can give you the recipe, and you can make it yourself. But there's just so much that you can do with essential oils other than using the oils and applying them, which I totally believe in. But you know, you can make bath bombs. They fizzle up in the water, and your little kids love them. Sinus bombs, you put them in your shower and it opens up and emits, what's all in them?
It's menthol, I used rosemary, eucalyptus, all the ones that are known for opening
Right.
up your
And
sinus
so you drop
passageway.
that in the bottom of your shower, and then when the water hits it, it opens it up, and all these fumes come, and you can clear out your sinuses. We make toilet bombs, so you can drop that in between your cleaning to keep your toilet clean. You can use lemon and water to clean the surfaces in your kitchen. I mean, lemon oil. The list goes on and on and on. And I talked to a patient today who has some high cholesterol and does not want to go on medicine. Nobody wants to go on medicine. I get it. I understand. So I said, you know, I know that there are some essential oils that are good for high cholesterol, but Michelle was reading in her teas, and what was it, lemongrass?
Lemongrass is really good, and the essential oil is really good to add to, if you want to add it to your tea.
Just one.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's very potent.
It's very potent, and it has to be at least 16 ounces per
Yeah.
1 drop of oil.
Yep.
You're better off with more ounces, but at least, at the very least, 16 ounces.
Yep, and you know, even like a person like that could maybe take the oil and put it in a carrier oil and rub it on their feet. I would do several different things, try different, you know, ways to use it to help reduce the cholesterol, because you're going to have to do it pretty regularly.
Yeah, and a while. It's
while.
not gonna,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen, you know.
Which I
Overnight.
love it. I diffuse it. If you can diffuse it, and that's inhaling it. Oh, it's wonderful. Lemongrass. It's a little more potent than if someone.
Sorry.
You got a call, Linda.
Hello, I'm sorry. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, Happy New Year.
Question. I've got it.
Yes, what's your question?
Oh, me.
Did you forget?
Yeah, well, I want to ask you about a shot,
Shot.
shingle shot I got.
Uh-huh.
I get my last one today. How long will I have to wait before I can get that COVID shot?
With the shingle shot.
Well, I don't know the answer to that. I would think not, because it's not a live virus. The Shingrix is not a live virus. So, I mean, you can take a pneumonia shot and the Shingrix or the shingle shot together. Well, I'm just saying, you take those together. So I don't know that you have to wait.
How about the flu shot? I ain't had the flu shot.
Well, girl, what you waiting for? Well, you need to get your flu shot, and you need to get the COVID shot. So, I don't know.
I can ask the woman at Almonds. Won't she? Can't she tell me?
Yes, ma'am, she should be able to
Give
tell
me
you.
my shot.
She gave you the shot?
Yeah, she gave me my first shot.
Uh-huh, okay. And I don't know if they've got the COVID, I don't think too many places have the COVID shot to give you. I don't know. I know we do not have that at our office. Our personnel at the office got our shot, but it was administered through the health department. So we don't have any in our office to give to patients
Not yet.
Yeah, I go to Dr. Green Michaels.
Okay. Well, they, you know, I'm not sure when all that's going to happen, but I would ask the people at Almonds, and if they've got the COVID shot, I would get it, ma'am.
Well, look, why don't y'all wonder why come the doctor's office don't care?
Not yet.
Well, it's just too new, and they're dispensing it quickly, but, you know, first of all, it had to go to the hospitals and all the personnel in the hospital. They've had to decide who gets what first, and then it needs to go to the first responders, the fire department, the police department, the EMS, because they're out there and they don't know what they're getting into.
Well, see, I wasn't born in a hospital, and I've never been nothing but an outpatient in a hospital.
Well, good for you.
I've never had any children.
Okay, well, that's probably good too. I don't know.
Some would say that.
Some would say, and some days I would say that, but,
But you're lucky to have them.
yes, ma'am, I am.
Children now that I'm old.
Yes, ma'am. They're a blessing. They can be a pain in the rear sometimes, but they're a blessing as well.
Well, I
So,
appreciate you talking to me.
well, thank you for calling, and you have a great new year.
I'll try.
All right,
New Year.
I'm believing that this year is going to be better than last year.
I hope God that
It's-
he did it.
Yes,
We've got
ma'am.
to
That's
hope and
exactly
believe.
right. All right, thank you for calling, Miss Loretta. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, she's sweet.
Yeah. Well, I
But-
hope she can go ahead. She said she was 70. Didn't she say she was, or she 80?
I didn't hear what she said.
I believe she said 85.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, she could get that shot at the high school. She should call, Miss Loretta, you should call the health department. You can get that COVID shot. The health department's dispensing them to people 75 and above. So you, I think you probably qualify for that. So you might want to call the Nash County Health Department and find out all that information. So, there's no new oils out that I'm aware of. They keep on producing and they keep on going. I would say, though, for anybody who is interested in essential oils, be sure that you get a good therapeutic grade from a reputable company. You know, the stuff you buy at Walmart and Target and Food Lion, they're really, it's like some kind of a oil, and it's perfume that's added. A lavender perfume is added. It's not a true essential oil, and you certainly cannot put those inside your body.
Or I wouldn't put it on my body.
I wouldn't put it on my body, period. But because, you know, the one reasons I like the oils is because they're natural. But if you're getting stuff that is not natural and is perfume, then you're not getting good things for inside your body. So,
Yeah, and two things you need to look for. We've always said, if it's in a clear bottle,
Forget it.
Forget it. If it's in dark glass, that's a real good indication. Although they probably caught on to
Yeah,
the
that.
fakes, but you need to look for the certified pure CPT is what
certified therapeutic grade.
Yeah, CTP. And then they'll have also a lot of them I've found too. Have you heard of the report that they give on the oils? It's called a I'm gonna get this right, a CG or a CS report, and it'll tell you everything about that oil, the origins of it, what the components, whatever is in that make up the oil. You know, they'll break it all down. It's like actually it's scientific, that report. So you have to almost be a chemist to read it, but I've tried to read some of them.
I know.
Yeah. And so those are all good indications that it's a quality oil and a quality, company. Although a lot claim to be organic and,
Well,
that's
organic,
pure.
all
That's
organic
not-
means is that they didn't add a fertilizer.
Right.
That's all that
Doesn't mean
means.
it's not pure or certified therapeutic. So, yeah, you have to look. They to be organic, they do have to go by certain growing standards, and that means maybe the plant was healthier, but they didn't use. What did you say? Pesticides.
You can't use any pesticides.
Right.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like free range. That's a
Yeah.
loose term. My chickens are free range because I open the door from the coop and they can go where the heck they want to go. But some people have a 10 by 10 room, or
They can run
and
back
they
and forth.
and they run in that, and they say that that's
Free range.
and to me it isn't.
Not with 200 other chickens in there.
Well,
And that's
even-
basically what it is.
So, or you can
300.
open up the doors of the coops and they don't ever go outside, but the door is open, so it's considered free range. So, there's just so much that you have to really, you just have to do your homework.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, is doing your homework. Well, all right, it's time for us to say goodnight. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great new year, a healthy new year, and I'll see you next week with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Good night.
Good night. Bye.